Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream. Let me just turn that down. Looks like I'm peaking quite a bit. How are we all doing today? I don't think the chat's working. Yeah, it's not, but that's fine. Yawn. Point, how dare you? Hello, Alexander. So, Fritz, I can actually answer that for you. Fritz asked if this is a part 1, how many parts will there be, and how close are those to being done? So, basically, there are 12 episodes. They're just doing some minor reshoots for episode 2. They're also doing previs for episode 2. There are, like, for episode 6, I already recorded my lines, like, a year or two ago. I recorded my lines a long time ago. They got a lot of work done for many episodes ahead. You're going to start seeing the episodes come out a lot faster, as they will be much shorter going forward. Like, the next episode might be, like, around 10 minutes or 15. They're not going to be, like, half an hour. Like, episode 1 was basically, like, 3 episodes into 1 for what to expect. And also, the village attack sequence took a lot of work from the team. Let me know if the music's too loud. I can always turn it down. Alright, let's catch up on the chat. Should probably watching Mission 3. Yep. You should. Pounding headache, but happy for Ignition's debut. Yeah, me too. I don't have the headache, though. I've had headaches a few times this week, actually. It's not good. Make sure you stay hydrated. Get to the Point asks, do you think Bionicle will have a resurgence, or is it done for good? I think it's Jover. I don't think any IP, especially one that was as big as Bionicle, will ever truly die. I can guarantee you that you will see an officially licensed Bionicle thing, at least maybe like one more time within our lifetime. Once it enters public domain, then that's a different story. That'll be in like 100 years, but I think LEGO wants to make Bionicle work because they see how valuable it is as an IP. However, I don't believe that currently works with their situation. And I think they've expressed that quite a bit. In my opinion, I think that's kind of a load of... I don't know what to say. Just because with things like the custom minifigures, not custom minifigures, I mean collectible minifigures, they make molds that they only use like one time for pretty extremely detailed figures that cost some money to make, and they only sell them for like $5 each or something. So realistically, if they really wanted to do Bionicle, they would do it right now. It's just right now their focus is on the big heavy IPs like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, sort of. I mean, I say DC, but they haven't made a DC set in a while. Except there is the new Arkham Asylum that's coming out that looks really cool. But I think Bionicle will have a resurgence, and its time will come once again. What's up, Vaituru? What's up, Karakuna? Or Katakuna? The best question I would like to ask, will you feature Duckbricks winners? 2 yet will feature... What do you mean by that, Alex? Or Alexander? I'm just curious. My false hope for 2026 Bionicle? Maybe. I mean, never say never. The future remains uncertain. However, I don't know. Stranger things have happened. We're just hanging out, Quentin. What's going on? We're just chilling. I got off work. I woke up at like 5, so I'm doing great. Did like a 7-hour shift of moving crap around and running around at the speed of sound. If any of you guys currently buy Lego, what themes do you like to buy currently? Because I saw this like submarine curator set. I think it was a curator set. That looks very Rebel Nature-esque. I kind of want to buy it. It looks really cool. My memory may be wrong. A preview for Ignition featured 2 yet Stockbricks winter appearance. Yeah, so from what I can tell from the footage that is currently public, because that's stuff I'm allowed to talk about, basically they are using the Duckbricks fan-in winners along with the TTV canon contest winners models for canon characters. So you will see the Toahaga look like the Toahaga, as far as I know. You will see Toa 2 Yet look like Toa 2 Yet from the contest. There might be some like slight tweaks for her design to make her easier to animate. But again, just from what I can tell from the trailers, I don't know any. I know pretty much as you guys know. But yeah, so I think that's what they're gonna do. But I will relay these questions to the team when we have our interview tomorrow. But no, that's a good question, because I don't really, like, again, I haven't seen everything from behind the scenes. I've only seen, like, a couple little things. So, they might change some of the character designs to suit their stop-motion vision. As far as I know, it seems like they're following everything very close to a T with, like, community canon and things like that. The most recent set I bought was the Lego Game Boy set, the first set I ever pre-ordered. I know, I have a few friends that actually pre-ordered that. I want to get it, but also I don't really have space for it, unfortunately. Like, I just pulled out all my comics and stuff and put them on my shelf, and I realized how little space I have. I mean, I know that I've had, like, very little space, but there's just, like, not a lot. But yeah, Lego Nintendo is pretty cool. Duckbricks planned on ending his fan contest with Marendar, says Alexander. Yeah, I don't know which calendar you're referring to. I have been hearing, I didn't see Duckbricks actually say this, so don't quote me on this. This could be totally wrong. Someone can fact check me, but I'm pretty sure some people were saying that the next contest he's going to do is going to be his last one, and that he's scrapping all the other ones that he has planned. But, I mean, that could be totally wrong, because when I saw that complete calendar of every single character that doesn't have a design, it was a lot more characters. So, again, that could have been wrong. That's a good question, Fritz. It is a little bit spoilery, but again, I will relay it to the team. Because I wouldn't know. I can't answer that one for you. But yeah. Again, anyone that has questions about Ignition 3, put them in the chat. And these will be for the Toa Talk that I will either record or stream tomorrow. If I do stream it, then I'll give you guys some notice. I just don't know currently right now if it's being streamed or pre-recorded. Let's open up Discord on my desktop, because I can. Fritz says that Marendar will be the last of the Duckbricks fan-in contest. Yeah, that makes sense. I know we talked about it a little bit last stream, but did he say a reason why he's scrapping his future plans? Opening up the Discord. Oh, someone pinged me. Oh, it's just the upload. Getting a lot of pings today. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the Bionicle community. Sorry, I'm just reading something real quick, and then we'll go back and check the chat. Yeah, so Miranda will be the last one. Maybe they'll continue after that. It depends on who picks them up. Alex's question for the PMR team is, have you gave the Makuta of Stealth a name? That's a good one, too. The thing is with Bionicle canon is that even with like the stuff that Greg has written, there's still a lot of like mystery to it. So it gives a lot of room for creativity, which I think is really perfect for a theme like Bionicle. In a different form without a major Bionicle character. I think he doesn't have a lot of time for them right now. They were getting a lot of delays, Bionicle drama. There's no Bionicle drama right now. My friend Brandon just met Rhett and Link. That's crazy. That was just in California where they live, so he met them out there. You guys know who Rhett and Link are? Yeah. It's like they're the guys that made the Geek versus Nerd music video. That one's an internet OG. Rhett and Link, Quentin. You probably don't know them. You're probably too young. Rhett and Sting. What? Hey, Callan, what's up? You guys don't know who Rhett and Link are? Come on. I know that like y'all are Bionicle fans, but y'all gotta like brush up on your internet stuff. You're gonna get Warhammer tonight. What does that mean? What does that mean? By the way, if any of y'all want to join the stream, y'all just let me know. I'll make it more interesting. We're just having fun right now. Alright, gotta catch up. Have you seen the new Superman movie? I thought it was great. One of the best superhero movies I've seen on a whole. I always thought Superman was boring, but after watching that movie, I'm kind of a fan. I've heard a lot of people say that. I've always been a Superman fan. This version of Superman, I mean, we talked about this on last stream, and I know a lot of y'all aren't really like super DC hardcore fans, so I'll keep it brief this time. But yeah, I really liked Superman. I thought James Gunn did an excellent job, and I think he portrayed the character in probably the most human way we've ever seen. I always will love the Christopher Reeve film because it really captured that Silver Age Superman very, very well. And there are a lot of Silver Age elements within Superman, the new Superman. But this is the first time that we've had like a modern, or I guess Bronze Age Superman in a film. Like Man of Steel and the Zack Snyder films, they were inspired by a lot of stuff, but they were on their own path. This one, I feel, they align themselves much more with the modern source material, which is cool. Sorry, just reading the chat. Have you worked on OCs inspired by the Bionicle lore? My OC's universe is just Bionicle Power Rangers and such in a blender. That's cool. Yeah, I've made my own versions of the Toa Man guy. Before I knew that Max knew he had a Toa Man guy project. So I got them. I've made a male Vortex character. I don't like I've written stuff about them. I will probably never share because there are people that actually have projects that are actually being made, and I'm currently focusing on non-Bionicle stuff right now. Maybe I will in the future, but it's just life is busy in the live action film department. But I mean, I always loved Bionicle, and I mean, when I was a kid, one of the things that got me creative were making my own Bionicle characters. I was making my own comics with or without Bionicle. Yeah, no, I mean, again, it just goes to show how creative an outlet Bionicle can be. Again, that's what I really love about the stuff that we don't know about in canon, because it lets the reader or, you know, audience person, like you the builder, create the backstory and fill in your own gaps in your own head. It's cool. Rhett, okay. I'm really behind. Sorry, guys. Rhett and Link were part of the ministry that my dad was also a part of. Campus Crusade for Christ. Now they're just called CRU. Oh, that's cool. That's funny. Superman has me hope maxing. Yeah, Fritz. There you go. I think I'm going to try seeing it tomorrow morning. Life has been so busy. Yeah, dude. I can imagine. I mean, like, hey, dude, you're... I don't know, like, that's... You're living a great life. So, busy's not terrible, but, don't let these moments, go by too fast. You know, it's like what Ferris Bueller says. You gotta take a look around once in a while. Thanks, if I can get there. I'll probably go with Peter. He'll probably be a handful. I've heard a lot of kids actually quite like the movie. I'm not sure if Peter might be too young for it. But I mean, like, hey, like, it'll be cool. My 4- and 3-year-old loves Superman. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know if you had kids too, Fritz. That's awesome. That's sick. Maybe your daughter's a little too young for the movies. I'm just reading your whole conversation out right now. Partly that, partly because Lizzie's late baby shower is tomorrow, and she's going to spend the month morning with her. Okay. It's true, it's a great life. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, dude, like, people gotta start appreciating what they got, because a lot of people don't. Did you watch the new Ignition, Callan? I'm 24. I don't have kids. I mean, like, you can still have kids before you're 24, but I'm just, like, not in the position to have kids. I don't know if I ever will have kids. Say yes and show them SML. I wouldn't want to, if I had kids, I wouldn't want to poison their brains just yet. I'd want them to develop just a little bit and then show them the brain rot. Oh, you didn't watch it? I mean, that's all good. It's only like half an hour or something. It's really cool. Yeah, like, when I first jumped on the project, the first cut that I saw was very, very different. And it was still really great, but, like, they really amplified everything. It would be really cool if they maybe showed, like, I mean, they're going to show behind-the-scenes stuff eventually, but, I have, like, one of the old cuts somewhere that in the chats that the director sent me. How long is the first episode? I thought it might be an hour or so long. No, it's only half an hour. And in the future, the episodes are only going to be, like, around 10 or maybe 20 minutes max. It's just the premiere, so they had to start it off very, very strong and hook you. But episode 2 will be out much, much sooner. This project was in development with this team ever since like 2019 or maybe earlier than that. Like I was still in high school. I don't know why the chat thing's not working here. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, it's not working. Well, we'll fix that another day. I just open up OBS and I just click record. Callan gets seats in the very back and just FaceTime Lizzie so she can watch it at home. Yeah. I'm not sure if the movie theaters would appreciate that. But yeah, no, you can do that. How much has the story changed over the years? You mean the writing? The only changes they've made are like... It's like basically showing stuff that was like talked about, you know. Like they're... I mean, like with film and with animation, it's a visual medium, so you definitely want to show it rather than just like talk about it in passing, like exposition. So like there's a very huge sequence in this first episode that wasn't in the books or anything like that. It was only described. So they definitely took some creative liberties, and I think it vastly enhances the story. How much time did the Tributon? Okay, I'll ask the team about that tomorrow. I don't know if they're gonna I don't know if they're gonna answer that. I didn't even know that Tributron was a part of it until like a week ago, so I only just found out about that stuff previously. I know Tectonic set some things back by like a month or so, but that's because he literally got the channel like taken down somehow. Which I don't know how you can even do that, but I mean it happened. You saw the FNAF 2 trailer? Yes, I did. I like that they're going in a more horror direction from the seams of it. The first movie is like fine for like brain rot. It's like a fun movie. But, I mean, I'm going to be one of those artistic snobs that thinks that they should do, like, a proper horror FNAF film. So this is kind of tapping more so into that, and I love FNAF 2. It's just a good game. I love all the designs, especially the withered animatronics and pre-withered. So, yeah. Alexander asks, did you also take your own liberation for Ignition, which you make... Oh, okay. I think this is a... Yeah, that's a question for the team. I will relay that as well. Like, they have writers, but also, like, a lore team. So, anything that they do change, they run it by the lore team. But as far as I know, it's, like... accuracy is their biggest concern. So everything's going to be either 100% accurate or like 99% accurate. They will only change something to make it a more comprehensible story, because there's a lot of stuff that happens in 2008. It won't be like the Hobbit level creative liberties. It won't be like that. You got guys like King K on the story team, and so you're not gonna have to worry. Just wait till FNAF 4. I can't wait to piss my diaper when that movie comes out. Yeah. We'll see. That makes me curious how they're gonna approach that. If they're gonna involve the certain story twists or not. But yeah. I'm afraid to ask stupid questions next, so best I can think of. Favorite Mario game? That's not a stupid question. You got Get to the Point in the chat. He's like the biggest Mario fan I know. And to answer your question, I love Super Mario World. That one's just an easy one for me just to say. Like I can just pop that one on. It's just like easier for me to get into. I'll probably go with that for now. New Super Mario Bros. 3DS is, or not 3DS, I mean just DS, awesome. 64 is great. Yep, point like 64. I'd say those are my favorite Mario games. Someone pinged me again on Discord, so I gotta check. Oh, okay, it's just the same guy. Just double checking. Double checking everything. Favorite SpongeBob episode? That's a good IDS question. I was in the middle of rewatching SpongeBob. However, my Paramount subscription ran out, so I'll get back to you on that. But I definitely love the earlier season stuff, which I think is a very vanilla answer. But I mean, that's the answer I'm gonna give you. Like, yeah. I wish Hollywood. Okay, this is from Fritz. I wish Hollywood directors and scriptwriters had lore experts with them, writing like Bionicle fans have. Could have save some heartbreak. Yeah, I mean, I think there's pros and cons to that. Like, if you're making something within the continuity, like, if you're making a video game movie and you're saying it's within the canon, you need that. But I'm thinking if you're adapting something, I think having consultants on the lore is fine, but I also don't think they should be like your test audience. I think you should make the best story that you can and portray it as visually accurate as you could in your capability. Because I do think sometimes, like, canon holds certain stories back from reaching their true potential, but I also do think there's a lot of things that you shouldn't change, or you shouldn't, mess with. In terms of Bionicle specifically, there's a lot of serials that you could just, like, ignore or change if you wanted to. But, I mean, again, like, they all have their purpose. They all enhance the story in a different way. So it just depends on the type of angle you want to tell the Bionicle story. Favorite Transformers characters can be any Autobot, Decepticon, regardless of what continuity. For Decepticon, I'll say Starscream. But, Autobot is tough, though. I mean, like, I always love Optimus, and as a kid, I really loved Bumblebee. But, oh, another one for Decepticon, Soundwave. I love Soundwave. Within the War for Cybertron continuity, for Starscream and Soundwave, along with Transformers Prime for Starscream. The only continuities I'm familiar with are War for Cybertron and Prime. I mean, like, they're technically the same, but some people like to separate them. And also, a little bit of G1, along with the Bayformers films. The Bayformers films are insane. But I like the first three just because they're fun movies. I have a good time every time I put them on. The original three are just, I don't know, they got like a tone or a vibe that like the fourth film and the fifth film don't really have, just because like they're basically reboots without being reboots. Like they literally execute the main character off screen. Like it's, yeah, pretty much as much as a reboot as you can make it. Got some more stuff going on the server here. Okay. I will make the SpongeBob emoji an emoji. I will do that. A reminder for y'all to join the Ignition Zone Discord server. If you have Discord, you can get a lot of funny, cool emojis out of here. There's a lot of really cool conversation going on all the time. Surprisingly quite active. So, yes, please join it. And I downloaded those images, so I will make them emojis somewhat soon. Let's double check what's going on here. But yeah, like this stream, everybody. Thanks, Callan. Appreciate you. Let me know if you all want me to change the music. It is on loop. I'm using a burner YouTube account to play music without the ads, so just let me know what you guys want to listen to. Luckily, this is not copyrighted somehow, so that works for me. Thanks, Julie. Favorite Simpsons episode? Again, that's tough too, because like I watched The Simpsons a crap ton when I was a kid, and my dad was a huge Simpsons fan. I have like one of the original animation cells in my garage. But yeah. Mind if I maybe hop in VC in a bit? I'm not sure what I add to the stream. Yeah, dude, yeah. We can talk about Superman or whatever. Yeah, that sounds good. Let me know when you want to join. If anyone else wants to join, let me know. But yeah, I'll get Point in there. I don't have a Furno head rendered, but I'll make you the phone guy for the emoji. Or maybe I just won't have an audio wave for you. Yeah, non-Bionicle music is all good. I just try to keep the streams and the vibes related to the channel. Just because the primary audience is here for Bionicle. Five minutes? Yeah, all good. But to talk a little bit more on Transformers, I know like Shockwave is a monster. He's evil as shit from the stuff I've seen online. Again, I gotta actually like start reading the comics and such. But favorite Sonic game? All right, I got some answers for you. Adventure 1, Adventure 2. I played Unleashed for the first time recently when the fan port of it came out. And because I tried playing it before on console, and the performance issues were just like, I don't know, it stopped me from enjoying the game quite a bit. I really like Unleashed. I think it's like worthy of like being one of the finale kind of projects for Jason Griffith as Sonic. He's my favorite Sonic voice. Yeah, Adventure 1, Adventure 2. I actually really like 06, weirdly enough. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I think it's a very underrated entry. I know that's probably a controversial pick, but I actually quite like 06. I think it's like, I mean, Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog are like basically epilogues for the adventure era, but I mean, 06 does a good job of being that adventure successor. Obviously, it's not polished at all, and the team were rushed a lot. Project 06 is really, it's really great. Maybe I'll stream that one day. But yeah, now I got this new PC, I should probably stream that. I really like 06 a lot. Just the vibe, the music, everything is just like really great. Again, not perfect, but I mean, like, everyone knows that. 06 over Forces? Yeah, dude, I do not like Forces. I like Frontiers, though. Frontiers is pretty good. I only played it like once, and then they did like the post-story stuff, and I never played that. But like, I thought it was alright. I thought it was a step in the right direction. Shadow Gens is like easy top 5. I think they did a really good job of Shadow Gens. The only two things that were missing were Jason Griffith as Shadow, because it's basically Shadow the Hedgehog 2 without Jason Griffith. And it just needed a little bit more sauce. When I say sauce, I just mean like, say what you will about Shadow the Hedgehog 2005, but that game had sauce. You know? I think it needed just a little bit more of that. But I mean, like, it had like enough edge to make me happy, and I'm really, really happy how the game went. It's definitely my favorite Sonic game in years, without being a Sonic game. I think it plays way better in Generations, even though I love Generations when it came out. Favorite Marvel character? Wolverine and Spider-Man. Those two easily. Easily. Let me know your favorite Marvel hero. Alright. Let me double check the... Alright, everything seems to be good. Let's turn up my volume a little bit. There you go. I'm getting ready for when Point joins, which should be in a few minutes or so. Favorite DC hero? Ooh. I don't know if I should say who my favorite DC hero is. There may be some consequences to saying that. But I mean, I'll tell you, like, my favorite superhero from DC. Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, Superman is, like, awesome. But Batman was, like, my first favorite. Always gonna love Batman. Especially, like, yeah. Like, ever since that Neil Adams run, that really laid out the groundwork of how the character is nowadays. The Question is really sick, Fritz. Yeah, he's really, really cool. Yeah. If you want to see, like, stuff that I really like from Batman, and you don't want to read the comics, then check out Batman the Animated Series. I'm always going to recommend that. But if you want to see Batman and Superman doing some cool stuff, along with other really fantastic characters like Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, check out Justice League Unlimited. Can't go wrong with any of those. But yeah, I also really love the Titans, like Nightwing. I love Nightwing. Raven is a very underrated character. I know, like, she's a goon character now, but, like, she got potential in the writing department. She's a really cool character. Yeah. I'd say those ones for sure. One, on the topic of Marvel from earlier, favorite MCU movie. Ooh. I mean, Winter Soldier probably is, like, the easiest answer I can give. Yeah, I love Justice League Unlimited. When did Point say 5 minutes ago? Because it's definitely been over 5 minutes. Oh, okay, he's in the VC. Alright. Yo, you're on air. I'll take the music off now so people can hear you.
Hello?
Yo, what's up?
What is going on? Hold on 1 second.
No, you're good, you're good.
Hello?
Yo.
I don't know what the issue is.
Can you hear me or can you not hear me?
I can see your icon moving, but I can't hear you at all.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, you're live.
Yeah.
You were
Hey, how's
live.
everyone going? How's everyone going? I'm actually
Everyone
silly.
going?
How's everybody doing?
I think everyone's doing good. We've had some people dip. We're at like 4 viewers now compared to the
Awesome.
9. But yeah, I mean, that's all good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's fine. The fake fans have left. Now we can talk about Superman.
Is,
Right.
is my audio level good, by the way, or
Now let me check
am I
the.
loud enough?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was having issues with my mic like a while ago, and then I realized I was having it face the wrong way, so it was
Oh,
picking up when I like hit the table, but it wouldn't pick up my voice. So
I think I did that when I first got my Blue Yeti, just because
yeah.
of settings and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, but you said you liked the FNAF 2 trailer.
I liked it. Yeah, I watched it one time. I like that they're actually utilizing the puppet. I think that's sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like the more horror elements they're doing. But yeah, what did you like from the trailer?
No, I liked the vibe of it. Everything was like you said, it was very much more like horror themed. I like how they didn't show the puppet off very well.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think Golden Freddy was like ever shown in that, so I don't know if he's gonna be a player in the movie or not.
I think he will be a player in the movie. I mean, he's a fan favorite. He had a pretty big role in the first film. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't in it, like to some
Yeah.
degree.
Mm.
Probably not to the extent that he did in the first one, just because now you have the puppet who's like a similar kind of force of nature. So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm. It's definitely an interesting take. I'm not entirely sure if I like that it's a sequel more than a prequel, but something interesting that I'm sure you've probably noticed it too is that the rest of the pizzeria is like dirty and everything, but the toy animatronics are in plastic. So they must have just gotten installed in this abandoned pizzeria, which is weird, or else they were just never used to the point where the wrapping was still on them, which I doubt.
Yeah, I
So that's
know. I will say I was surprised when I actually saw the withered animatronics because I wasn't sure they would actually do that.
yeah.
I think they're going by like the new canon slash retcon where the withered ones are technically different
Mhm.
from the originals, which wasn't the case before. But again, the story gets retconned all the time. Um,
Yeah.
but which I'm not like a fan of within the canon, not gonna lie. But I mean, like again, when it comes to the movies, you gotta throw everything you know out the window and then pick up things that kind of sort of make sense. As long as the
Mhm.
movies end up good, then that's fine if you want to make canonical changes. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I think you got it right. I think like maybe the toy ones are like more new. Like I mean they are obviously more new, but like you said, like just installed.
Yeah.
With like the pizzeria being like old, maybe it's just like the withered one's location. I would imagine, but yeah, no, I'm not really quite sure what the deal is because even the main characters they see like they make comments like, oh well, this is what normal is now or whatever. Like like, it seems like they're living normal lives, so
Yeah.
it seems like someone revived Freddy's a little bit, so it's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
maybe Henry Emily is like making a new one or starting it back up because it doesn't really make much sense for the first pizzeria to have the new ones in it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, you kind of need Henry to make like advanced ones like the toys. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's interesting. We'll definitely take a look at it. Have you? I doubt you've kept up with the merchandise, but there's
no,
like a
I haven't.
new there's like a new you've heard of Jazzwares before, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're doing the FNAF figures now, and they're supposed to come out in October, and people are getting them like early, so it's kind of weird. It's like in Target for some reason,
Oh
um,
okay.
and they're not the best, but they're also better than the ones that we had originally.
Well, as long as
Um,
it's a step in the right direction, I think if they're leaking
yeah,
out now, they're just stocking up for when the movie comes out because whenever there's a new game or whenever there's a new film, like the merch sells like hotcakes. So
yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
There's people
Alexander
are.
asked,
Go ahead.
I haven't seen Power Rangers, so I don't know. But he asked favorite Power Ranger season, so if you've seen it, then maybe you can answer that.
Um, the only Power Rangers I remember seeing is when they were kind of like pirates. That's the only one I remember.
Mm.
Only because I had the red Power Ranger, which I don't even think was mine. I think it was my brother's. That's the only one I remember, though.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, no, Power Rangers were never a big thing for me. It was like Ninja Turtles, and they were similar enough, so I was like, all right, I'll just stick to one of them.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, I like Ninja Turtles growing up too. Halo enjoyer, what's up? How you doing?
Have you played Halo before?
Yeah, in high school, I got into them right when the Master Chief Collection came out because I never owned a 360 as a kid. So I got into the games like with Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, and Reach because you could do backwards compatibility with Reach at the time. But yeah, I'm not like an expert, but yeah, I enjoy the games.
I never played them. I heard good things about them until like recently. Then like I think the last game was like mediocre or something. I'm not sure.
I
I'm
played
not used to
Halo 5. I didn't
Halo
play the
5.
5 was all right. It's not like the story is probably the weakest. I haven't played the new one though, so maybe that one. I've heard that one's also the weakest, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That the fall off of that franchise is unfortunately disappointing. But my favorite one, Halo enjoyer, is Halo 3, which is again another kind of vanilla answer, but everyone says either Halo 3 or Reach. I like Halo 3 quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you answer the favorite Sonic games? You had like a whole. You had like a whole.
Yeah, no, I
gauntlet of
did.
questions. Okay.
Yeah. That was while you were getting set up. I said SA1 and SA2. Those are easily my
I
favorites.
hated. I don't know which one. I think it was Sonic Adventure 2, and I hated that game.
Was that the one with Shadow, or was that the one with the water?
I think it was the first one because it was just not. I only remember Knuckles and Tails.
Oh,
Um,
okay,
like
yeah.
fight with them. I don't think I ever saw Shadow, but no, I hated that game
Damn.
very much. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I don't like this stuff. No offense to anybody in the chat if you like it. That's maybe I'm the problem, but I didn't like the game that much.
Dang, I never met anyone that hates SA1. That's crazy. But yeah.
It
I
was just
mean,
so funky.
clunky? I don't know. I mean, like, did you play the. You played, like, the Sonic levels, right?
I played the Sonic levels, and then like there was one where Tails had like a mech, and he was like going around the city and stuff like that. And
Oh, yeah, that
it was
was Adventure 2.
that was Adventure 2. Okay, well
Yeah.
then I hate Adventure 2. Then I'm afraid.
I think that one's, like. I think SA1 actually plays better.
Mhm.
But yeah, like Adventure 2 I think is good, but I funny enough, SA1 I think runs much smoother. But yeah,
Yeah,
I would recommend playing that one if you don't
maybe I'll
like
give that
SA2.
another try.
Yeah, just play SA1 and then see if you like it or not. You can skip the cutscenes now, but with the PC mods, you can also convert it back to the Dreamcast version rather than the GameCube port. I would recommend
Yeah,
doing that.
okay, maybe I'll give Sonic another try. But I
Yeah.
think it's such a like vanilla, like you said, vanilla answer. I think probably my favorite is like Sonic One because that's the only one I think I've actually beat.
That
Um,
one's alright.
yeah,
It's pretty good.
I played the other ones, but they're just kind of all the same, to be honest. Like Sonic, well, I know Tails is in it, but like Sonic 1 and 2 and a little bit of 3, they're just kind of like very similar games. Just kind of feel wise. Like with the Mario games, like the physics are a little bit different. One game's slipperier. One game's a little bit more, slick. The other games, you jump higher, there's different variables there that kind of have them uh, stand out during play.
Hmm.
But the Sonic ones, they just feel very samey. But it could be that you're just going so fast that you can't really feel the difference.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why someone would feel that way. But yeah, I mean, this is a conversation that requires Larnu Cage to be here. Yeah, I almost feel like adding him just to see if he would join. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think those are like terrible takes. Like, I mean, like they are quite similar. They are like an evolution of each other. The physics aren't totally different. Out of the original 3, I think Cage says 2 is the best of the original 3. I think it is the third one when like including the Knuckles stuff as well. But I mean, like 2 and 3 are really good. I mean, like 1 is I think the weakest of the originals, but I mean that's
Also, too, like the pinball levels, like what actually was wrong with them? Why did they do that?
Yeah, I don't like pinball levels, so I'll give you that. That's another reason why I don't have 2 as like the number 1 of the original Dreamcast games. But the advanced games are quite good. Sonic Rush is also quite good. I recommend playing Rush if you have a DS laying around. Just pull up the R4 and play that. But yeah, Alex, or Alexander, it's all good if you join VC. You can do that if you like. It's in the server, so it's just Point and I talking.
Now, this one might be like actually a hot take, but I don't think Sonic works as like a platforming game. And I'll explain why. So like when I'm going like super fast to Sonic, it's all fun and games, and then I like run into like an enemy, and it just disrupts the whole flow of the game. Which like could be me being bad, but it's still like disrupts the whole core of the enjoyment of Sonic is going fast and going through loop-de-loops and stuff. I don't know what other like genre they could have done it with at the time, but I don't know. It does kind of kill like the whole fun of it when I like run into like a spike or an enemy when I'm going super fast.
I would recommend playing the 3D games if that's your issue. Like, I would recommend playing Project 06, which is the fan remake of Sonic 06. Like, that one is...
What's wrong with the original Sonic 06?
I mean, I don't think there's enough time to get into that.
Not yet.
But yeah, no, I mean, I would recommend playing Project 06. That one, if you got a good PC, like it runs really well. Even if you don't have a great PC, that one, you can utilize it quite well. Halo Enjoyer asked another question, so I'm going to try to get to that one. What do you think about the recent trend of live action remakes? That one's a tough one. I mean, like, it just depends on, like, if it's necessary or not. Like, if it's, like, along the lines of, like, the Disney remakes, I don't think they're completely needed. Like, I can understand why they do them if you want to introduce those stories to, like, a newer audience. But they get criticized a lot because the original is, like, perfectly fine and all that. And it's tough these days, too, because like, a lot of kids don't have cable growing up now, so they can't really catch reruns or, like, just scrolling through the telly and seeing these, like, old movies being shown and then you get to experience them. Because that's how, at least I did. I think you guys did, too, most likely. But now there are, like, everything's through streaming, so you're going to have to go out of your way to, like, watch something. So I think what maybe companies like Disney or Warner Brothers should do is that, like, on YouTube, since they can monetize off YouTube, have like a consistent like live stream of like cartoons going and show their original older content through there, just as like something that goes on consistently. You can put ad breaks on it, whatever, just make it cable but through YouTube. Because again, I think that's like at least like a way that you can show off that old stuff while still making profit off of it, without going out to live action remakes. I just don't know, like if you're remaking something beat for beat, while maintaining the same visual style, then like what's the point of remaking it? Other than just because people are familiar with it and they'll go watch it. Like there's a reason why they put Starbucks everywhere. Like even if you go to like a country internationally, there will always be a Starbucks because tourists will recognize it and they'll go to it rather than try out the local stuff. So there's a business in that. There's profit in that. That's a bit of a long-winded answer.
Oh, shoot.
Katakuna said, "Shoot, I gotta go. Leaving the VC."
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Katakuna. Yeah, don't worry. We'll join VC on the next one.
Alexander, by the way.
Yeah. We saw you in the chat.
Anyways, farewell.
All right, see
Have
you,
a good
dude.
one.
Yeah, have a good one.
The only thing I was gonna say to that was what you said makes sense, and it's probably something they have thought about, but like it'll never profiting on YouTube will never like even get close to like a box office because like they can if they remake the movie, it's gonna turn into like a whole family outing, and so that's like even more tickets. But if you're just like one person on YouTube, how much can you like really charge for like an old movie? You know, if you
Yeah,
make it look new, then it'll definitely bring a new audience of people and people who saw it originally are like, oh, it looks cool now. And
the
then they'll
other thing
watch it.
is too is that like it's just so easy to remake something like as like a movie. Like even like they're doing the Harry Potter remake through a show, which I mean like at the very least it's through a show rather than just like remaking them as movies. But like
Yeah.
even then, like I don't think that remaking that is necessary because you already did it good enough, and those movies have aged quite well, and they are very accurate to the books. I know they don't include everything, but again, like as adaptations, like they're held in quite a high standard in comparison to other content that's shown. So like, I mean, like there's obviously pros and cons to them, and you're definitely right. Like they would definitely make more money off of like a remake rather than just like keep milking the old thing. But also, I mean, like Pixar like makes bank, you know, like and they make original stuff all the time. So I don't know if they're necessary. If it's like an old movie, like a live action remake that I actually quite like. I mean, it's not like it doesn't originate from a cartoon or anything, but like they remade Nosferatu, but they had like a very different angle from it. And also that was a silent film originally. Like that, like there was no dialogue, there's no sound. Some versions have music, some versions don't. It very much depends on the version that you watch. But like that one, like yeah, I don't think that one like didn't justify its reasoning for existing because it's almost like a Shakespearean tale, like how they retell like a Midsummer Night Dream or something like that. You know, like it's that type of story because the original film was inspired by Dracula, but then they got sued at the time because that copyright thing wasn't up yet, and they made it without permission. So that movie actually almost got destroyed. But
Oh wow.
yeah, like the world almost never saw that movie. But yeah, I quite like the new one too because it doesn't just like, you know, they have a different angle from it, but they still have like the essence from the old one with the noir horror stuff. So I think they do that quite well. So again, I think that as long as it justifies its reason to exist, then I think it's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I concur. I can't wait till they make like a FNAF remake in 2 minutes.
A FNAF remake. Yeah, I mean like they'll never do it because like the kids are so profitable, but like an actual like horror film with FNAF would be sick as fuck. I'll say that. They'll never
That
do
would
it.
be.
But yeah.
I was replaying the game to like show somebody who doesn't live in America and wasn't like super informed about the game. And I was playing it and I was like, wow, these games actually aren't that fun. I feel like there's a lot of like missed potential because like Five Nights at Freddy's, this like the idea of it's very, very interesting. Like, I think he could have done something a lot better with it, but Scott, even he'll like admit this. Scott's not really the best like video game maker. So like, even like if you look at his models, like his human models, they are like terrible. Yeah, he's just not like the greatest. He's just not the greatest creator out there, and a part of me kind of feels like it's unfortunate that he got Five Nights at Freddy's as his inspiration, which sounds evil, but I feel like somebody who's a little bit more capable, I feel like could have done something a lot better with it. Not even in terms of like scariness, but just even story wise. But then again, maybe it wouldn't have been
benefited
as
so
popular.
much. He benefited so much from that creepypasta era that ended like right before
Yeah.
FNAF became a thing. Like, I think that's why a lot of people clung on to it initially, is because of that angle that drew a lot of parallels to like, you know, old internet horror, and then obviously like the mystery around it which became like a really huge thing. It was really like a he's definitely like a concept guy. Like he has really great concepts. But again, like with the lore and stuff, like the retcons bug the fuck out of me. Because like once you watch like enough game theories,
only
you're
ones
just
I
like,
know
all
is
right.
like the only retcons I knew were the box. I didn't. Is there other ones? Well, I guess Charlie, right? But switching like genders, I don't think that's a big retcon. No.
I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah, it's just more. I don't know. It's gonna. This live stream will get too incomprehensible if I go too much into them, but I think it kind of goes with like the idea of like he didn't plan this shit out. Like he was kind of like he had a loose idea, but like he was almost winging it, and he's admitted to doing that and changing things while they're being made, which is completely fine. Like that's all good. Like the original Star Wars films, they had a loose plan, but they definitely like Darth Vader wasn't originally going to be Anakin Skywalker. Like they were two different characters at one point until they were making Empire Strikes Back.
Was Darth Vader planned to be Luke's father from the jump too, or
no?
Changed?
They all like Anakin was a separate character until like one of the rewrites for Empire Strikes Back.
I see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember there was a time where Darth Vader wasn't supposed to be Luke's father as well, and they changed that to make it more interesting.
Yeah, in the first film, they had the idea that like you know, like when Obi-Wan tells Luke like about how Vader killed his father. At that point in time, that was true until they changed their minds. But I mean, it made sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you can technically call it a retcon, I guess, but like he just was like, yeah, I kind of had to lie to you, which kind of reshaped Obi-Wan as like a different character rather than just like the mentor. He became a lot more questionable, and it worked for Return of the Jedi when Luke was more conflicted. Because obviously the light's not like, you know, morally 100% like good all the time, because Obi-Wan did some sketchy stuff, and then, you know, his dad fell to the dark side, so that's another reason to kind of question things some more. And then obviously the dark side's not the right answer either, because they're evil. They're blowing up planets and stuff. So I think that like that's something that benefited the story and really makes the finale like a lot better versus maybe how it would have went originally. So again, like you can wing a story here and there. I think that's fine, but when you make things incomprehensible, that's when that's not good. So, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think somebody better could have maybe done a better job with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, they don't really go back to the vibe of like the original games that often too, like especially with like the new direction of the current games, huh?
Oh yeah.
So I think that's also like a missed opportunity. I don't know. I mean, like I know like the current fans really like it, and like they really know how to cater to their fans. Like they like to make their fans happy. But yeah. What'd you think of Superman? I know you said that you liked it.
Oh yeah, I really liked Superman. Like I said in the chat, I'm not really like a big Superman fan. I thought he was like boring. Because I guess I was the first like Superman movie I saw was the Zack Snyder one. So he was just like like zero emotion, just like a demigod sort of thing. So that's what I thought Superman was, just like a tank that just didn't have any emotion. But no, they made him very human in this film. And I think that's definitely intentional, but I've noticed an interesting dichotomy between Lex Luthor and Superman, was that Superman is more human in the sense of like morality than Lex Luthor, even though he's not even a human, you know? Mm-hmm. So being moral is not necessarily an intrinsically human trait, you know?
Yeah.
And that's something I found interesting in the film. And I think that makes Lex Luthor like a very good foil to Superman, even though he like doesn't have the strength, of course. But I guess he has brains, so I guess that counteracts that. But I found that interesting too.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that they really captured that, because that's always kind of been like the point, like the kind of like the sub kind of theme of the character, is that like this alien. He might look like us, but like he's more human than basically anyone because of how like much of a good person he is and how he changes people around him. And then you have guys like Lex that, especially in this movie, he's very inhuman. Like I won't spoil anything in case of like Callan's still listening.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he does something that I did not expect him to do. That I think maybe even for like Lex as a character, I was almost like maybe that was a little bit too far, but it was good for the story and it was good for. I think it's good for like why Superman's gonna go after this guy like in the future or keep an eye on him. But yeah, no. So like again, like in terms of like that, like they definitely nailed that aspect of the character for sure. The action was good as well. What did you think of the cast overall, like the side characters and such?
I thought they were really good. I liked Lois Lane especially in this film. I don't think she ever got like she was actually like a person, not just like an object for like Superman to rescue. I liked that.
Yeah, no, they gave her a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did a good job casting her.
Actually helped she also like helped saving Superman on. Oh wait, is that a spoiler? Whoops.
No, I don't think it's too much.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't say it's specific.
That happens in other Superman stories. It's not a big spoiler.
Yeah, but she does help Superman out quite a bit in the film. I thought that was good. Yeah, I like the side characters too, Mr. Terrific and the Green Lantern. I forgot his name.
Guy Gardner.
Yeah, and then Hawkgirl. I thought they were pretty cool. I liked them. I guess the one character that was kind of forgettable was like the politician guy that Lex was working with, but I don't think he's supposed to be a main player anyway. So
yeah, he's like as far as I know, in terms of like DC lore and stuff, he's like an original character. So.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I could kind of tell.
Yeah, like
he didn't really like fit in.
Yeah, even in like DC comics and all that, they have like made up countries anyway. So I don't know if maybe that was a deep cut reference to something. If it is, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's just an original character. But yeah, I mean, the politician wasn't in the movie too much anyway, so
yeah,
he wasn't too distracting.
And
he did a thing.
Yeah. He did. Yeah. Whoops. he did do a thing. Yeah, no, I thought the movie was pretty good. Also, too, I kind of went back and apparently, like, oh wait, can I say it? Oh, okay, I can't say it. But to say Lex Luthor's motivations are pulled from like other films and other movies too, like Superman Returns. It's kind of similar to that. Have you seen Superman Returns? I haven't, but I've watched nostalgic video on it, so I basically saw the film.
Right, I saw it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie, but I do. The thing is, like, I've rewatched clips from it over the years. It's like Kevin Spacey, he's a really good Lex, but obviously, like, you can't really say that now because he's an actual like evil person in real life. Yeah. I guess like innocent until proven guilty technically, I guess, but and also it's not a coincidence that all of his witnesses that are against him are dying mysteriously. It's kind of also weird.
My gosh, this dude actually Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he might actually be Lex Luthor. Who knows? Maybe this might be the last video on the channel. Who knows what's gonna happen now. But yeah, he really did a great job on that version of the character. And the interesting thing about Superman Returns is that it is a sequel to Superman 2, but they kind of split it up. So like Superman 1, 2, 3, and 4 exist, like the original Christopher Reeve ones. And then with Superman Returns, Superman 1 is canon. Superman 2, the Donner cut, is the canon one for Superman Returns. But it's funny with Superman Returns because this is something that my friend told me, but there's apparently a conspiracy theory that Bryan Singer, the original director for the X-Men films, he did that movie just to sabotage DC as like a sleeper agent for Marvel, and there's apparently like actual evidence for that. It's
Really? Wow.
yeah. Again, I haven't seen the movie since I was a kid, so I can't really say anything. But everyone I know that's rewatched it has just said it's a very, very, very boring movie. Like, and all the trailers made it look like it was gonna be like this big blockbuster action film, but then it was like trying to be like, this is deep. Superman is sad or something. And it's just like I get it. Like in the movie, like, you know, there's stuff going on with like the romantic interest side, but it's just like, yeah, like again, there's a reason why like you don't hear anyone talk about it, but I mean like, yeah, that Superman Returns, I gotta rewatch it so I can actually have an opinion on it. I haven't seen it since it came out on DVD, and I don't remember much from it aside from rewatching the clips. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard it was kind of a boring film too. But from what I saw from it and just kind of like the vibe of it, it looks very interesting the way that they tackle that. Superman like being gone for a while and then he comes back and the world kind of forgot about him. I think is kind of an interesting story. Maybe they didn't do it very well in this film, but I think that is an interesting story that I wish would be tackled with them.
There's a very similar kind of concept with Kingdom Come. I just bought the comic for it, but basically, the world hasn't had Superman in a while, and there are these new superheroes, and they're not really like representing superheroes all that well. So Superman like comes back, and then like to kind of like bring back how superheroes were in like the past. It's like an older Superman. He's got like gray streaks in his hair. It's been a while since I read the comic, but I just bought it because before I didn't own it. So that's a really good one. That's a similar concept. And when they brought back the actor that played Superman in Superman Returns, they gave him the Kingdom Come costume. So like instead of like the yellow on the emblem, they had black, and
it was like red. Oh, black. Yeah.
Yeah. And they made the logo look more like Kryptonian, which is actually like pretty much the same logo that they use for the new Superman film, except they keep the yellow as yellow instead of making it black like the Kingdom Come comic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing people like say, "Is he gonna be like Kingdom Come Superman or something?"
Yeah, I think they might take inspiration from that down the line, but like that's for like an older Superman story, so maybe in like 10 or 15 years, we could see an adaptation potentially. But yeah, I mean, there's other similarities too, like using like other superheroes in the Superman story. I mean, like, yeah. Halo Enjoyer has a question or has a comment. The two countries in the movie might be a reference or a stand-in for a fictional country in Superman the Animated Series. Okay, interesting. Thank you for the input. Yeah, like I knew those countries were like legitimate DC countries, but like obviously like they're not real countries like in real life. So yeah.
Did you hear that Marvel might be rebooting too? Out of like because Superman is doing really well.
Yeah, I did see that. I don't know if it was something that Feige said, but I saw someone talk about it on stream. And like, listen, like it makes sense. Like after Secret Wars, I kind of assumed that they were already going to do that, because that's kind of the opportunity to do that if you are going to do it. Like new X-Men, you need to do, because as much as I love the old ones, you can't have an immortal guy that has a healing factor that's aging. You can't do that. Even though I love Hugh Jackman, like why not? He is older. Who was that?
Callan.
Oh, Callan. What? No. I thought Alexander joined.
Hugh Jackman. Didn't Deadpool say he's gonna be doing these?
Yeah, till he's 90. Yeah. The thing is, there's a good chance that might happen. I mean, listen, if they have him on and they make him look like how he is like now or back when he was doing it in his like prime, I'm fine. I'm happy because I love Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. But again, you have like a character that's supposed to be like the closest thing you have to like immortal within the X-Men, and he's he's 50 now, and like there's nothing wrong with being 50, but like he can't work out the way that he used to because that's just gonna like kill your body. Like that's just not healthy to do. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, which means steroids is the only other thing.
I mean, there might have been a slight chance that he probably did for the new film, but I don't know. I mean, maybe not, but who knows?
I think everyone kind of believes that already, but they're not going to say anything.
Well, Henry Cavill said that he was offered. Henry Cavill said that he was offered steroids when he was getting ripped for Superman, and he did not take them. So that is a thing that they do in the industry for Superman, or not just for Superman, but I guess just for superhero movies.
You believe that though?
That he said no?
Yeah.
I mean,
because like they all say like, no, I'm good, I'm clean, and then like they look like freaking superheroes.
I think if he's gonna bring it up then, he probably said no then, but who knows about later?
Yeah, I mean, like he was also like when he got cast, he was like 29 or 30, so like you could realistically, if you worked out hard enough and dedicated to it, you could get lat ripped. But I will say, since Man of Steel, he got even more jacked as time went on. So maybe he eventually took it, like how Batman said no to Venom at first, but then he was like, all right, just give me that shit, so
yeah.
Like, which actually did happen in a Batman comic where Batman gets addicted to drugs and then locks himself in the Batcave for like a month to get off of one. I just reread that comic. It's insane.
Was that with like the older comics? A lot of them were like on drugs. Like Iron Man was like an alcoholic in the old comics too.
I quite like the Iron Man alcoholic story. Like they kind of like use a little bit of that in the MCU, but obviously they didn't go completely into it. That was the only time Batman ever did that. But also that was before Bane was a character, so they were building up to Bane with the Venom at that point in time. But yeah, I mean, like the reason why he took them was because he wasn't able to save a young girl from dying, so he couldn't lift up a boulder. And in the comic, they implied it was like a setup to make him do that. So that was the only reason why he ended up doing that. And I mean, I don't think I need to see that storyline in a movie where Batman gets addicted to steroids. I don't think I need to see that. But I mean, you have that comic there if you want to read it. It's interesting.
Yeah,
my dad read that when I was like, I was like, I don't know, because my dad really likes Bane, and like he talks about like Venom and all. He's like, yeah, Batman was on Venom. I was like, you read that comic? Like, not a lot of people I know have read that comic. That's interesting. But yeah,
I like how Spectacular Spider-Man adapted the Harry Osborn gets addicted to drugs.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, especially for like a cartoon that kids are able to watch. Kids. Yeah, that was really good. See, like it's stuff like that. Like I want to see that work around for like the movies and stuff where like maybe like I don't know. Then again, like for DC, I wouldn't mind it if I saw Roy Harper get addicted to heroin. Like I think that would be interesting to have on like as like a live action show, or like because that's how he gets kicked off as Speedy with like Green Arrow. He's like, you're addicted. It's like no sidekick of mine does that. And it's funny because like Green Arrow in the comics is actually like quite a progressive guy. So you would think that he would try to like understand it or something. He's like, nope, you're off. And then he becomes Arsenal or Red Arrow. And then,
Red Arrow.
I just say in a vacuum, like that sentence was wild. Like,
I know.
Wouldn't mind seeing Roy Harper
for the sake of a movie or something. Idea. Like if it's done well, then like yeah. But like as far as I know, the CW never did that. Like I don't know. It's different. It's new. Yeah, no. I mean, like Young Justice had their own interpretation of Roy Harper. I think that one was a good one, but I'm not sure if you would want to copy that storyline 1-to-1. Otherwise, like, yeah, no. Yeah, comics don't really do that anymore. They don't really have characters get addicted to substances. But yeah, it's interesting. It's yeah. I mean, like at the time, like it was a big deal because it was supposed to wear like it was supposed to like raise like addiction awareness for like kids and all that, because all that stuff was starting to bleed into the youth, so they felt like it was important to cover at least. But again, the way that Arrow handles it is very questionable, especially him being like a superhero, because like on the even on the cover for the comic, it's like Speedy like rubbing his shoulder without his mask on, and then like Hal Jordan like opens the door and he's like, "Look at what your sidekick is doing." It's just like, I don't know. It's comics are funny.
They can be good sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's not like the worst thing that happened to a sidekick. Of course, you have like what happened to Jason Todd as well, when the readers actually were the ones that killed him because he was a very disliked character.
Evil?
Yeah, basically the moral of the story is that like the guys that are really obsessed over stuff are evil. And the thing is, it was actually found out that after they killed him, that the vote was rigged. So just like with Callanlof streams, the poll was rigged and someone sent him phony fraud votes. Oh, he's gone.
God, it's a phony, yeah.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if there's like a video like analyzing like, are we evil because we killed Robin?
Oh
Is
no,
the
like they're
audience evil.
Yeah. Well, like with how they ended up reusing that character later on was really interesting, and I mean, like they made him one of the best like characters within the Batman mythos because of all that stuff, because of him being a character that was hated, and then, yeah, no, they did a good job with Jason Todd. Jason Todd's a really good character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah. With like
Hey, Callan.
yeah. Oh, is Callan back?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. He probably missed the joke with his streams, but that's all good. If you are talking, we cannot hear you, by the way. But yeah. Man, this is how you know that like the viewers do not care. They're, like, no one's typed anything in like 5+ minutes. Like it's just like
Okay, well, what do they want to talk about?
I don't think they want to talk about anything. Like,
no.
they're not talking about anything. That's fine. We can keep talking about DC. This is just going to become a DC channel now. But yeah, no.
That might be more lucrative.
Well, I did see the Ignition movie while during the stream.
Oh, you did? Yeah. How did what'd you think of that?
I think it was overall pretty well made. I do think it's a little funny how you can kind of tell that certain people did the more impressive stuff while other people clearly were not quite as talented. Visually, I'm speaking of.
Okay.
That's mean.
Yeah, we're live.
Like,
we're still live, by the
not
way.
quite as talented. I know. I mean, I'm just being honest. None of it was bad. And I'm saying this as a bad animator myself. Okay, I'm not acting like I'm above. I'm probably worse than all the people that participated. Definitely than some. But yeah, there were moments. It was a little weird. Like, it's really, really good overall. I really enjoyed it. Only little nitpicks as far as things I might have edited differently and not necessarily better, but specifically just when it comes to wrangling animators, like at the beginning of the flashback with the start of the Makuta. Overall okay, but there was a little bit of awkwardness in some of the shots. Like, I feel like it's always a little awkward when you have a group of figures and all the heads aren't looking in the same direction. Like,
Yeah.
It's not horribly jarring, but there was a shot like that where I'm kind of like, oh, there's someone who set up there's toys just standing there.
Well, fun fact, that was actually the first scene that they shot, and that was back in
That makes a lot of
2019.
sense,
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that's the other thing that was in my mind as I'm watching this. I'm like, some of this footage has got to be over the course of like years, and some of the people who shot it have improved massively. In
Yeah,
those
the
years.
director
So-
Levice, he made that scene, and I've had talks with him about it, and he's said this publicly, so I can say it. He hates that scene because of that reason. He's like, it just feels dated compared to the other stuff. But I mean, the way that like I think you can look at it is that because it's an older scene, like chronologically, that like you got the older style classic biotube like stop motion, and then you hop to the present and everything's more like modern, everything's moving a bit more. I think you can look at it like that. And yeah, he almost cut the scene from the episode.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, that is a good way you can read it. And overall, it's not like too distracting. It just definitely makes it feel a little more like a collab type project, which so between some aspects of it, it's not quite so obviously that. Although I will say the Borok 321, that guy's so stylish and so has so many frames in his animation movements that it was pretty. I'm like, whoa, this really picked up in the animation here.
The first clip that they showed me when I joined the project, I'm not going to say what the clip was, but like it's not in episode 1, it's in a future episode, and it looks crazy. Like, yeah.
Oh wow.
Maybe someone from the team will show you, but like, yeah, that was when they were asking if I. Yeah, maybe not, but like when they were asking me if I wanted to come back on, they showed me some of the clips, and the one that I'm talking about was one of the first ones. I was like, holy shit, this is like going from the Bionicle NP Noah production style animation where it's very much trying to do like the audio drama or like adaptation like from the comic kind of style where you have like a visual thing to look at while the writing is very accurate. They took it. They take a few more creative liberties stylistically, visually, which I think you kind of need to do for sure with like an adaptation.
For sure. Some of the most impressive stuff was the weaving of the stop motion animation around like the CG models of the map, the locale they built out there.
Yeah,
that stuff was really nice. It was just some really good stuff. Yeah, overall a really fantastic group achievement, and yeah, it was really cool to see them pay tribute to Shadowed 1-1 and Craney.
Yeah, Craney. Yeah.
So that was neat.
Yeah, Shadowed 1 voiced Antros, and they have his lines up until like it's either up until episode 5 or episode 6 or something. So you're still gonna hear his voice for a while.
What they should do is they should make it like have him like cough when he gets in the vehicle. He just coughs when the transforming of his version when he hops into the jet tracks somehow really throws off his vocal cords too. It's
yeah,
like,
well, they
I can
transform him.
and I can talk different.
Yeah, no, he just evolved, or like maybe I shouldn't say evolved. That might come across as that could be misinterpreted.
That's not nice. He died, dude. You don't want to say
that. That was not a good way of putting it.
No, I'm just
I just know that some guy is gonna like listen to this and then try to use that against me in some way. But yeah.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I hope I don't destroy your whole channel with.
Well, here's some more ammo.
They did great. The whole crew did awesome. Some did a little more awesome than others, and it is a little
okay. I mean, like, yeah, it was a group effort. I mean, like, everyone like contributed to it, and if they didn't contribute to it, then you wouldn't have episode 1. So, like, yeah, I listened. I watched episode 1 actually a week ago because the team got like a little private screening of it. Did you catch my my voice any chance? Because I have a cameo in it.
I could have sworn I heard it somewhere, but there were so many other little cameos and things that that I didn't pin it down.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that was you're voicing Tanma either. So
Yeah, that
in
was
fact, yeah,
Essinger. Yeah.
yeah. So there was some voice acting stuff that I just was not as up on. But do you want to reveal it here? Or
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm in the credits, so, like, people are obviously gonna miss the cameo and then, like, read the credits and be like, what, like, if they happen to watch my channel and recognize my name, they're gonna be like, what? Like, where was this? To be fair, I haven't caught it either, but, again, like, I did get credited for it, so I think it is still in there, but I do some voices for the Avmatoran that are, like, running, and also, some Krabmatoran, like, evil, like, noises and stuff. Like, I tried to do like a different take on like the Rockshi kind of like sound. Like, I tried to do that, and like, I can just send you the audio file. It's just a bunch of like insanity for
so
for
now
a
I
good.
can like cross-reference it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
maybe.
the deep dive.
I'm pretty sure most of the
Yeah,
Avmatoran
like,
stuff got cut, but
all the
like, yeah.
Yeah, you can make like an identifying the cast of episode 1, and then you have like side by side, like of actual like what people do for TV shows, their favorite voice side by sides of footage from their channel, and with the clip from the episode.
Yeah, well, that could be something that someone can do. That sounds like a lot of work, so I'm not going to do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, but as of right now, I'm still lined up to be in some future episodes in a non-cameo kind of role, so we'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Well, hey, you do have some legacy with the 2 previous iterations, so
Yeah.
So are there? I don't even really remember specifically what the Toa Mari were doing during 2008, but I know that they ended up being mind controlled by a bunch of what was it? Was it Zyglak or something? I can't even remember. They all got?
I'm pretty sure. I remember reading that one time as a kid, and I was like, "Come on."
Yeah.
And then I just like ignored
They
it.
ended up in the final battle, but I think So I think they get mind controlled after the final battle. So
Yeah.
that made it kind of annoying. And aren't they like around the golden? Don't they like witness the golden skinned being being created or something? Greg really should have come up with some name for that. That is such an annoying
Gold
thing.
skin
Skinned being.
I love gold. I hope that whoever they cast for the GSB or that's what it is. Every time I say GSB, I think of GSR or like, Great Spirit Robot, another stupid abbreviation. But like, yeah, whoever they get for the gold skin being has to sound like Goldmember. That's like a part of the prerequisite. You have to at the very least watch the movie before you do that.
I am a created being, a meld of multiple characters, including the Paraka. That would be so cool.
That would be awesome.
We know what we got to do. Our own stop motion group project without carving our own section of the Bionicle universe. We'll do the story of the golden skinned being.
The golden skinned being spin-off series.
Yep. We'll consult with Greg, see his ideas. He'll be like our George R.R. Martin. Like, what did you not get around to writing yet that we can make? And he'll be like, I don't care.
It's funny because people have been hitting him up on LinkedIn because he actually replies on there, and people will ask him stuff about Bionicle, and he's straight up said stuff like, I don't remember.
Yeah. He probably kept more notes when he was working for Lego because I probably
for sure.
should for the just to engage on the forums and stuff. Like, he probably felt like, oh, I'm providing like a service for Lego and it's job security and all that. Now not so much. Now it's like, well, if you guys, I don't know, I'm looking for a job. Hello.
Oh.
I
was talking to some people. I was talking to some people. One of them was talking to Greg, and they suggested that he should open like a Patreon and like write original stories for the Patreon as a way for like to have like a support system. Because I don't,
Honestly, not a bad idea.
yeah, like he should do that because like there are people that will pay for that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he would write, but like, yeah,
I think that the only thing that would be awkward about that is that then he does risk the prospect of them being like, I don't like this, and he's like, well, what, it's the same thing that every like sketch artist
history
who does
repeats itself.
Yeah, every commission artist or creator always has to deal with someone being like, I know you had all these expected directions for exactly what I'm paying for, but I'm not happy. So can you fix it?
Yeah, I just think the concern would be like you can't be making. I mean, like I guess he could just make Bionicle fan fiction and still have the Patreon because like technically there is there like it's like a tipping system legally speaking, so you can do whatever you want for Patreon, scot free. But
Right.
he obviously isn't interested in doing that. So I'm just what I'm saying is that like Bionicle fans are very only interested in things that are relating to Bionicle. Otherwise, they will tune out from what my experiences have been. Even talking on the live stream about DC and FNAF and stuff, like the views like got cut in half. So I mean, like, yeah. So there's also that, which, yeah, I think you know what I mean. I'm just gonna talk myself into a corner.
I get what you mean, say. Yes.
Yes. But I mean, like, I want him to do well. You know, obviously, like he's a good writer. Like he should be working on other stuff if he hasn't been writing other stuff already. He was just working on like the Lego books, like the big like visual dictionaries and stuff before he got let go, right?
I think he did at least write one of them.
Yeah,
I think it was two. I don't know. I don't think he was doing like tons of those, but he definitely got assigned one or two.
Okay. Yeah. Again, I wish him all the best. Who knows? Maybe he'll be on Toa Talk someday. But like, yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah, he's interacted with the community before. I'm sure he'd be willing at some point.
Yeah, I also think he's probably just tired of dealing with Bionicle
That
fans.
might be true at this point.
I can't blame him.
After the canonization contest, like he tried to get more engaged with that kind of thing, and then he probably got annoyed that they got annoyed with how little he'd communicate with them.
Yeah, like he wasn't even really interested in those. Like from what I've heard from other people that were very, very active during that time, when they sent him like I think the first one was the Helrix design, if I'm not wrong. When they sent him that one, he was like, okay, yeah, cool. And then they were like, well, no, you have to like can you just say it's canon? And he was like, sure. You know, like he obviously like doesn't care about, and that's why again another reason for me not to like really consider those like TTV contests as like pure canon because I mean it's one thing for like the Lego group to be like, yeah, this is a part of the Bionicle storyline, but the guy that hasn't been writing anything for Bionicle for a while, and even like some of the answers that he gives on like the Q&A forums when he used to do that were very like, some of them were questionable, to say the least. So, yeah, I don't know.
Questionable ideas. A lot of them were very curtly written, and sometimes they opened up more questions than they answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never been like the warmest person in how he engages with fans, and not to say he's been bad. I mean, he's done full-on interviews and talking with people, and you know, like I would say overall, he's probably been a lot more engaged than a lot of authors and writers of things. So to some degree, he's definitely appreciated it. But yeah, he also clearly doesn't take it that seriously, and that's part of what made those TTV contests so funny. Like the way they promoted them, especially at the start, was like, these are canon contests. Like this is the best way we can keep Bionicle alive. We're making things canon. by working with Greg because he decides canon, I guess. Because after all the people who actually wrote the story Bible left, he was the guy who was still working there that basically got to make up stuff. So that means that he decides canon now, guys.
Yeah, I don't.
So
That's it. I don't think that's how that really works. But they just ran with it. I don't know. I feel like
it's
if
fun.
Lego
And that's
cared, they
that's
would.
what's so funny.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like Greg didn't even think it was much like that way either. That to the point where he's like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. All right." You're like, "Wait, is it canon?" Yeah, sure. All right.
He just hit them with the Doctor
Yay,
Evil.
that's
Right.
Right.
Right. Lots of
Now I wanna
Austin
see a
Powers
Photoshop.
references.
I want to see Greg Photoshop to look like Doctor Evil now.
Yeah, I can probably like. That'll probably be the thumbnail for the stream.
That would be so great.
It's canon.
Right.
Right.
I don't know if you know this actually, but one of the things that Greg, I think he mentioned it on the forum when people started asking him about like before he shut it down, and some people were asking what's going to be next in the rain, like what was it, the final saga called? I'm forgetting right now. The one that he was working on. It's not the Yesterday quest. That was an older one. Was the
I forgot.
either
what
way
it's
the
called.
continuation storyline, a Red Star storyline.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, people were asking what was going to happen next, and I think he said something about like sharks with freaking laser beams. He said that that's what Velika was going to use to attack the other great beings. So the more you know.
I gotta actually look into that now because that's like too perfect. But I do know that like there was a concept at one point that like they were gonna do like the Dead Space thing where like the revives went wrong and they just become zombies, which I mean like I don't really care much for that unless if it's in like a visual medium. I know like lore wise like Star Wars has a good novel called Red Harvest, and it's basically a similar kind of thing where it's like zombies in space. It's the Dead Space thing, but I'm just like I don't know. I feel like as like I don't know, as a storyteller, I just think that like using like zombies of like characters that everyone likes, like Lacan and the original Hydraxon is like zombies. It's just like I don't know, it feels almost fan servicey, but obviously it's not as bad as like how it is in canon currently, where technically they're all just chilling up there. Yeah, like which is dumb because there's like 2 Hydraxons now. Like that's insane.
Like it's so weird that. It's so weird too that there's like different stretches of, as like which characters like they arbitrarily made up certain ones. Like someone fell out of the universe when they died. I'm forgetting who that was, but like they fell out of the universe and they technically didn't qualify for the Red Star because they literally fell out of the universe.
That's actually kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. And Sidorak, of course, his cranium was so smashed that he didn't qualify.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's just like as long as your brain isn't fried or dead, then you can qualify. Which I mean, like that's a lot of characters.
Body left. Yeah.
Yeah, because like they're like Nadiki, no, you're dead. Kreka, you're dead. Lezovic's team apparently didn't get revived because they were like
what?
According to
yeah, okay. Yeah, they all died from the same thing, right?
Yeah, they all died from the same thing. I actually asked.
Probably like a dozen of the main guy are around, right?
That's a tough one because Eliminator killed a few of them. Like I think Neo definitely can't go to the Red Star because she got like turned to ash basically, along with that Toa of Earth that had the Kakama for sure. So they probably died the same way. And then the other Toa Mangai were off. They were off on missions and died. So maybe they could be on the Red Star. Like maybe not. But again, the Red Star is something that I choose to ignore. I'm gonna hit them with the IDS meme. we do not care. Like, it's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But, I will say though, as far as the idea of making Red Star zombies, I do think the only way you can make that mildly interesting to me is if you literally just had like an explosion genocide that all of a sudden that happens like fresh with with a bunch of in like a mass civilization area, and that's what messes it up somehow. Like all these people all at once.
Yeah,
That would
like
be
I
kind
don't
of
mind if
interesting.
it's like more, I don't know. It's just using the legacy characters as like the zombies. I just think it's like a cheap play, me personally. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but I don't know. It just feels like a lazy way
Nah,
to
that's not
take
how
advantage of
it
some like a reader's
What in the
emotions.
world purpose does Recon have after?
He I
What,
know.
what's
Like he's a Chiraga.
he's an old guy now. Yeah,
He
he,
fulfilled his
he's good as-
purpose. He's like, I don't know, it's
I
like
saw something.
Qui-Gon. Like we don't need Qui-Gon back. He
Yeah.
died. Like it's the biggest piece of mid. But yeah.
Yeah.
To
And
get,
Qui-Gon isn't a Force ghost either. I'm pretty sure.
not in
that's
George
technically
canon. They retconned that in the Disney stuff, but yeah, in George canon,
Right.
he died before he could complete his Force Ghost essence transfer, so he can't physically appear as a ghost. Otherwise, he would have appeared to like stop Anakin from killing the Tuscans and to stop him from doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So
in
that made
places of great
sense.
spiritual energy, like in Clone Wars, they did that.
Yeah, like like that. It made sense on I forgot the planet's name, but it's it has like an is at the end of the name. Mortis, yeah. In Mortis, it made sense because that planet was like literally just the Force. Like it was like the most powerful Force planet, or I guess like the planet with like the highest connection to the Force. And also, I don't know. There's a lot of like mysticism around that planet too, because it like disappears. Like when they find them, like they're in the middle of nowhere where like the planet should be. So again, it's a little bit more like, again, there's a fantastical element to it. It's a very magical kind of thing. But yeah, no.
Honestly, I think Craig would be more interested in this conversation. He's like a big Star Wars fan.
He's a big
Who?
Star Wars fan, and he's a big DC fan. I know he really likes The Flash, which is why he tried to make Pohatu like The Flash. He's like, yeah, Pohatu is orange, and he can also run across the island in like 2 seconds. And I'm like, I don't think that makes a lot of sense. But, okay.
At least he embraced the way the character kind of continued to be like charming and stuff.
Yeah, no, for
by
sure.
having that's one of the best story ideas with his like where they're talking of a interdimensional quest where he ends up in the which one is that? There's the Kingdom. I think that's the other one. What's
Kingdom
the
Come, right?
No, that's the
Kingdom
Superman
Come?
one.
That's DC, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
No.
DC one.
What?
That's the
The
Kingdom.
is like one of the universes.
And then there's like Dark, it's not Dark
Dark
Empire.
Mirror, that's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dark Mirror, yeah.
Dark Mirror.
It's funny because
Yeah, that's
there is
what
an
we never-
Empire in Dark Mirror, but it's not like they you knew that they wanted to call it Dark Empire so badly, but then they're like, no, Lucasfilm is gonna get upset with us. And it's funny because in the original Favor works, they actually referred to like Matorn, the Matorn species as like similar to droids. But obviously, they even made a note saying we can't call them droids because we'll get sued by Lucasfilm. But yeah.
That's overall for the best. Droids feel way too robotic.
Yeah, exactly. They got some essence in there. They got some life force. They're not just mindless.
Yeah.
You know, like a droid is like a Vaki, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Got a little bit of soul.
Just fan projects. Call the Vaki droids, but don't tell Bonkle. Don't tell
Don't
tell
tell.
Lucasfilm. You're
Don't.
gonna get sued.
Yeah. So, I'm just curious to hear y'all's opinion. Based on events that have happened over the last couple of months with the video game thing, do you guys think that Lego is going to have any like repercussions against the Ignition project? especially that it's only
I
the episode 1
seriously
release.
doubt it.
I don't think so.
I really doubt it, and because I hate to say it like this, but it's unrecognizable. The why am I losing all the different names? The Massive Power game that was deceptively like good looking. Basically, it's just it looked very very professional from the graphics and everything, and it also has been worked on for probably more consistently over the course of many years. So, granted, I know that this project has as well, but I think it's gone through some different, hiccups, and as many projects do. Either way, the fact you can streamline lots of CG in a game a lot more better than you can melding stop motion with CG and passing that off to different people animating in their own houses in their own setups. So it's just as impressive as certain parts of the new project look, it's unmistakably a fan project. Meanwhile, you could actually watch the trailers for the Massive Power game and be like, whoa, did Lego produce this? Is this a real Bionicle game coming back? And so that's probably a major aspect of why they changed their mind on it and decided, yeah, we don't want that to be infringing. We don't want any confusion with what our sold gaming properties are versus this. Because let's be honest, all the games Lego's produced for Bionicle, one came at a time when it's a lot more expensive to make a very good game, and you need like dedicated people who are really, really passionate about it to do it. And two, it's just harder as well with the older software and all that. So, none of Lego's Bionicle games really compared to what this Massive Power game looked like, and that's the other reason why I think it probably did not. Shut it down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. Like, it's obviously a lot more of like a fan project. I will say it just because of like the animation quality itself. Like if this goes around, I mean, I know that these guys are lawyered up. Like they're ready for that. They're prepared for that. They learned from Masks of Power and such. I know that for sure. So if there is any legal action, then it will be fought back apparently. But I mean, yeah, I'm on the same page either way. I mean, like it's much more obviously like a fan project, and they shouldn't. I don't think it should be a concern. But what if in the scenario that it does become a concern? What if it actually gets shut down?
That would honestly be really wild.
Yeah.
I hate to. I think it would really. That would probably be the nail in the coffin for any kind of fan project like that. It would probably make the Mangai project team reconsider the work they're doing. It would really dissuade anyone else from trying to do something major and collaborative like that. It would literally just be the whole Bionicle community would probably just continue to be straggling reviewers or little stop motion things like mine. Anything like that, larger scale project stuff would be suspect. But like you got to, the main reason why it's very unlikely to happen is because people like Essinger have done borderline stuff like that, like the As Above So Below song. It's technically a new Bionicle song, but Lego didn't go, say, hey, watch it with all the, references.
But the thing is, I mean, like that song like doesn't have Bionicle in the title like explicitly. Like obviously there's like a reference to like the Great Spirit robot's like hand, but like you could just say that's like a big robot hand. Like this project calls itself like Bionicle Ignition, the Battle for Power, and uses the characters by name and all that. And I think there will be some bozos that will see this and will be like, "This is real." But I mean, obviously, I think that percentage would be very, very low. But then again, to play the devil's advocate, I think if Lego is going to be as aggressive as they were toward Masks of Power, when I think that would be one of the excuses they would use. But again, yeah, I doubt that would happen. But it's interesting to talk about another Bionicle 9/11 level event. But
Yeah, I think to some degree the biggest distinction is I just don't see them taking down like a fan film. It would have to be legitimately like aping. It would sort of have to be like that Island of Doom test. I don't you remember. I'm forgetting the guy's username, but the guy
NP
made
or-
the short test for.
oh wait,
No.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He made the CG test where he basically replicated Jawa's Mask of Light model, but
Yeah.
put the calyx on it, and it looked really pretty good. The Matoran design especially, but then when he showed the movie design, it looked a little less Miramaxy, but it was still pretty impressive looking. If let's say that got turned into a full movie, I could see theoretically Lego starting to shuffle some papers around and sending a cease and desist. But yeah, I just in most instances I can't imagine them taking down a movie because at the end of the day, it's like a fan film on the internet, and it's not really going to impede their business. A video game, even if it's free for everyone to play, it's hosted on Steam. It looks legitimate. It looks like it's competing, and technically is competing for people's time and attention. Like, if you do think about it, it literally, in a small way, it does impede on Lego's market share of Bionicle for video games. Like, anytime the fans would spend playing Masks of Power, if it were released, could be spent revisiting any number of the old games to get that old Bionicle vibe, like the Maze of Shadows game, and that's like a game. A lot of these are like Game Boy games that feel like so disconnected, like such a different thing. But at the same time, those are Lego products that you could be engaging with, that they would probably prefer at the end of the day for you to be engaging with those than some fan thing.
Yeah, I just think the only reason why I only bring it up is just because it's it's a series and you've only got episode 1 up so far, and it's gonna be it's not gonna be a long time for episode 2, but it's gonna be a little while for sure, and then it'll be a little while for episode 3, and so on and so forth. I think maybe that might just leave it open for vulnerability if some aggressive thing were to happen. But yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind. But again, I highly doubt the Mask of Power treatment will happen with this thing.
It is interesting to think about for sure, and it's technically possible, but it's just it's too a project, I think.
No, that's true. Let's see what got Oso in the chat. Oso says, Callan, Sonny, my parrot, stopped chewing on my nose to listen to your voice.
Yay!
And then Electro says, Oso, Sonny is telling you he wants you to build him a self-mock so he can be just like Callan. I'm just reading the whole conversation now. Also says, I just got home from Superman. I'll do it when the Supergirl film comes out. Oh, I don't know what that means. Get to the point. A new box mold Mario just dropped. And then Electro says, that's in a year. They're having their own private conversation. A private conversation all in the open for everyone to listen to or to read.
I just got home from Super. I'll do it when Supergirl film comes out. Oh, I guess make a self mock for Sunny. I guess.
Damn, you're gonna make Sunny wait a whole year for Supergirl?
Oh,
Like,
no.
that's crazy. Alright, well, clock's ticking.
Well, look at how long I've waited to show off my silly Toa mocks. I'm thinking I got to do it by Bionicle Day at this point.
I mean,
like, that's,
you got 2 Bionicle days. I mean, I always prefer the October date. But yeah, you can do it. If you want to do it soon, then do it in August, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bionicle Day.
what's the August? Sorry, what's the October Bionicle Day?
So the European date is like basically the same thing but backwards. Yeah, so it's like 8 and then yeah. So like October 8th. I think that's what it used to be until the newer streams and stuff started to kind of have it all take place over summer. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go now.
See, even Electro is fighting against this making Sunny wait a year thing.
When's the August one? August Bionicle Day?
August 10th, yeah.
August 10th? Oh, dang, yeah.
It's
I was
funny.
going to do my talking to a video then, but that's not happening.
Yeah, that's too bad what happened to that file. But if you want me to redo the lines, let me know. I'm happy doing that. So.
No, I don't think the lines are an issue. You're good. I just need to redo that whole thing, which is gonna be make me smile from ear to ear.
Make me happy, make me smile. It's funny. I mean, like, to go back to DC real quick, I was going through my comics the other day, and I stumbled upon a comic that I got when I was, like, a kid, like, when I was getting into comics, and it's Batman illustrated by Neil Adams, #1, and I remember as a kid, like, when I got it, it had, like, a little piece of paper that said that, like... I don't know. I just assumed it like was fake because like it was like normally priced at the time, but I opened it up and apparently it has like an autograph from Neil Adams with like a little thing that says Neil Adams actually signed it, and I never realized that it was legit. So it's always good to go through your stuff. And he passed away a couple years back, unfortunately too. But yeah, he's one of like the. Again, like earlier in the stream, I was talking about Batman comics, but like, yeah, like his run, he did the art, but he understood the character very, very well, like at conventions and such. But yeah, no, so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, because my friend Brandon, who I did the mid-credit show with, he has the Nightwing first appearance comic that's signed by George Perez, who's another artist from that same era. So
nice.
They kind of go hand in hand a little bit. It's like, so I'm like, that's funny. I got the Neil Adams signature. He got the George Perez one, but unfortunately George Perez also isn't with us anymore. But yeah, no, that's what happens when time goes on. Unfortunately, all the cool people that were from the good old days start, going away. But like,
good old days.
Yeah, like Ozzy Osbourne, like like he passed away recently. Hulk Hogan passed away too. It's like, dang, like
oh yeah, good guy.
The son from the Cosby Show died.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Malcolm Jamal.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the kid from the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Who's the Elder Scrolls developer guy? He just had died of cancer.
Oh, what? Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that one.
LaFay or something. I'm thinking of Morgan Le Fay. Julian something. Oh, it is Julian Le Fay. Oh my gosh. That's right. Yeah, he died of cancer. Like, he literally just stepped back. From
that
being
sucks.
Yeah. Such a bummer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, such is life.
Yep.
I love you.
Yeah, I know. But Yeah, no.
It's
But-
really wild. Some of the like I mean, like we mentioned earlier, some of the losses, even just in the Lego or Bionicle community.
Yeah.
There was a there there was a guy from years ago, a sweet kid that I used to talk with a little bit, who died like in 2011 or 12, I think. It was
Okay.
really sad. I think it was a car accident,
Oh god.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of the ones that sticks out to me.
Was that the you made a tribute to him, didn't you? The
Yeah,
video?
yeah,
Okay, yeah. I remember
right.
watching.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when I was on the Bionicle Instagram side, like when that first became like a thing. It was shortly after G2 ended. There's this girl that had a Bionicle account, and she passed away of cancer as well. And then like it was just like again,
Oh,
like that was just like at the time, like I guess like you were a kid, you're like what, like I don't know. And people started like make mock
Right.
tributes for her, like making like her mock look like an angel and stuff like that. Like it looked really cool.
that's cool.
Oh,
I don't recall
I
her
missed
name,
that.
but yeah.
Make the thumbnail of the stream her one of her angel mocks.
Yeah, and I don't even know if the account that made that one is even still up. Like I have no idea who they are. I abandoned the Bionicle
that would be hard
Instagram
to
side a
find.
long time ago. Like, it just as soon as G2 ended, like everyone just went insane because we had a bunch of new fans that were very immature, and then like I wasn't even posting Bionicle stuff for a while on my Bionicle account. I was just posting like random memes and shit like that had nothing to do with Bionicle. It got to the point where like people were like, "Oh my god, he's not a real biogrammer." It's like, bro, who cares? Like, who cares? They had the Dr. Evil in quotations that said biogrammer. It was like they really made a post about that. I was like, all right, like if you care that much that I don't post Bionicle stuff, then you need something better to do in your life. Like I don't know, man. Like, in fun times.
fun time, Freddy.
Fun time, Freddy. Did Callan see the FNAF 2 trailer?
Oh yeah. I doubt it. Did he even see Did you see the first movie?
No,
Wow, you're really.
I hadn't even played a single game one
I'll
time.
buy you the game. I'll literally buy you the game tonight.
Yeah, play that on stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see. You could probably, if you just don't like die a lot, you could probably like low key beat the game in like less than an hour.
I got
Yeah,
100%
probably.
on my PS4 copy of FNAF 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like one
Doesn't
night.
count though, but nice.
I think it counts. What do you mean it doesn't count?
Because you're not using a mouse, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it on
how we
PC.
intended it.
It's way easier on PC, though. It's harder on the controller. Yes! Yeah, are you kidding me?
Oh,
Just have, like, your sensitivity up high, just so on your, like, mouse doesn't, like, go slow.
but then you'll miss.
Well, I mean,
The
like,
button.
you're bound to miss something at some point. That's kind of like the whole thrill of the game. It's like if you miss one beat, it's literally like a dance or like a dance game. Like if you're off by
Right.
like one cue on like the hardest mode, then like you die. But if you just hit all the beats, then you're good. It's just recognizing the sound cues and stuff.
I compare. It's kind of similar to like chess, but like for adults. Kind of if you make like one like wrong, make like one wrong move and you're done.
FNAF chess, but
Makes
for
sense.
adults.
I'm good.
I also said, forget FNAF. Show Callan your favorite SML episode, Ignition Zone. Oh boy.
Gosh.
I don't know if I can show that on
That's not
stream.
allowed.
I also said my favorite tribute Callan ever made was to Betty White. Yeah, that's true.
I liked your Norm Macdonald one. That
Oh
was
yeah,
quite
thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of gone back and forth with the respect of some of my my tributes.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald respectful. Betty White not so respectful. My own father.
that was the respectful one. That was
Yeah.
not very respectful. But like it's funny because he talks about like SML and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if I can show it on stream." When I was doing the rewatch of like the older Bionicle videos, I forgot how much like the R word was used. Because... and I mean, like, I don't even know if I should reference it, but also recommend.
Is this like that's not so much in. Right now, my brain is immediately jumping to Robomaniac. Is that in?
Yeah, that was a Robomaniac one. Yeah.
He does say the R word in there.
It was for the "Let It Snow Already" G's. I mean, like, listen, I don't have a problem with the R word, but I know like people don't like it, so I try not to like say it. Like, so like if I have a guest on Toa Talk that says it like Larnu or Cage, he can say it all he wants because that's his choice to say it, but like I'm not gonna say it because I have an audience that will probably get mad at me for saying it.
You have a responsibility as a fan.
Yeah, loose responsibility as a community leader. But like, yeah, no. I say that in a joking way. Who the crap is it? Yeah, what? Oh, that's classic. That's iconic. I love how he just uses Jowler and Takua, but like he just gives them like real human names. It's just, I don't know, it's just funny.
Which one of them's Daniel? No, Daniel's the green one. What's the? I'm an idiot. Why am I forgetting what he calls Jala and Takua? They have normal names.
It's probably something like Kyle or something.
Kyle's definitely one of them, but then also Kyle is in the freaking the Jawler videos where he's the Elec. All the other Bionicle characters keep their names Axon, Hookie, and Jawler. But Elec is just Kyle.
That one's awesome. Just Kyle, and also Rydex, Black Paraka.
That's right.
The last video we ended off with that stream was one of your deleted videos.
Yeah.
That was an OSO recommendation. So.
Is it unlisted or did a re-upload of an legitimately deleted video?
It's a re-upload of a legitimately deleted video. Like it's up. Like you can find it on the channel. I was like, it said uncensored. I was like, I already probably know what this is gonna do, but like, screw it, we'll watch it anyway. And then it was like, I was just like, all right, I can't have this like up on stream of me watching this. Like someone's not gonna like that.
I don't remember what. I'll have to ask later.
Yeah, I'll DM it to you.
Amazing.
Yeah. When I make my video of the reaction compilation, I'm not going to include that one on there.
I'll tell you guys one video that I made and deleted because I was embarrassed at how bad the reaction was. It was literally like, no, it was that. When G2 was coming out, I made like my Tahu based off the new design, and I made like a clip of him just like punching Nectan over and over again, and I put it, and that clip is in the video. So then I thought it'd be funny to make like an hour long of Tahu punching Nectan. So I literally just copied and pasted the clip for like an hour and exported that out and posted it. I think it had a clickbaity title as like a fake out and then trolling people. But people got a lot of dislikes right away. And
I think I remember that. Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. It's just going. I just like, oh no, I don't like it.
I sent it to you privately, the video that Oso requested me to play on stream.
Oh my gosh. Oso, why are you such a trouble?
I knew it was going to be evil when he said it was a Callan video. I was like,
Oh yeah. That's not even deleted. I literally just uploaded that on my second channel.
Oh, okay.
Uncensored.
That's
for full context.
Yes.
But yeah. Yeah, that was I at the time I think again Cage is a little looser with some of the language sometimes, and so he was doing a collab, and I was I don't know, I was just trying to come up with something for it, and that's what I came up with. Partly
Yeah.
because I think he'd shown me the clip of the voice actor who says some very naughty things in that clip.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, here, let me use something he made me aware of to begin with as kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up censoring it in his upload.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's not very nice words are being used. But at the end of the day, I didn't even say them. It was the voice actor for Goku in
Yeah, voice
Dragon
actor
Ball.
for Goku.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Goku said some not good words.
Yeah. Not one of his shining moments.
No. But yeah.
I'm Grace.
That was just like, oh well, that just happened.
Yep. Yeah. And that was a green screen clip of like pre-smiling friend Zach Hadel too. But
Yeah.
like, use that.
Oh.
I think there was some kind of gag thing he did where it's like people post, you do something with this clip, this green screen clip. He posted it as a green screen clip, so I'm like, all right,
Okay.
let me use it. And since there was already one Goblin character, I figure why not have two?
Yeah, no, fair enough. Also asks, what is your favorite Bionicle? Canon wise,
Like original.
yeah. I mean, I don't think he's ever asked me this question before, and I don't really advertise like my favorite Bionicles. I mean, canon wise, like character wise, like I really like Lekon, obviously. I mean, the mask, I just stole his mask, but like, I mean, I quite like Jala as well. Funny enough, but yeah, I guess it's like a set low. Like that one's always hard for me to answer. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can never answer that one. It's hard. It's tough.
Never.
I mean, like, I'm sure, like, if I went over everything, I pulled out all my sets and I, like, played with them each for, like, a couple minutes as, like, a grown adult man, then I could give you an answer. But, like, yeah, I don't have, like, one to give you, like, right now. I mean, like, 06 has a lot of really cool sets. Of course, you can't really beat the OGs of 01 and 02, like with the play functions in terms of playability. The 07 Titans are always cool, but yeah, I don't know. So I guess I gave you some of the ingredients for what I like in a set, and I like the Metro build, but I recognize its flaws. But I mean, it's Lego. You can do whatever you want with it, like build wise. So I just fix them with the posability thing, but I mean, that's also not the original set. That's just like a mod or a mock version of it, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, just do a tier list already. Maybe I haven't done a tier list in a while, so maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I think I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours.
Not to my knowledge.
What's your favorite type of cheese, everybody, real quick?
Favorite type of cheese?
What's that?
Yeah.
American, I guess. I'm not a big cheese consumer though.
Why not?
Why not? I don't know. I don't like
Maybe.
cheese actually that much.
I like cheese. I like I mean Parmesan's
Good.
always a good answer. Like
Very good.
I like Parmesan. There's some other Italian cheeses I quite like that I don't recall the name for at the moment. I had some Monterey Jack last night on like a steak sandwich. Very good combination with like some mushrooms. Would recommend that. Can't go wrong with cheddar when you like make like an omelet or something though. So that's what I'll say.
There you go.
What about for you, Callan?
American, yeah, I like cheddar cheese. Is
Peter, what's your favorite cheese, Peter?
sorry, that's Lillian. She's not
Oh. I don't think has she ate cheese yet?
Probably not.
Yeah,
What?
she's getting cranky, but yeah. I thought of another type of cheese, but I'm not gonna say that.
Another type of
what?
cheese. I
Give
think
me a
I
look.
know it. I
know what type of man you are. See, when I turned around and gave me a look when I said that.
Right.
This means he has a dirty mind, not me.
Yo,
I was
also
talking
said
about,
funny stuff.
Oh yeah. I don't doubt he did.
Yeah.
But I guess now that my cheese question's answered, we can wrap up.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for Get to the Point and Callan for joining the stream. I probably would have ended it right before Point joined, so you got another hour or so out of me. But yeah, no. I did a 5 a.m. shift today, so I'm just like hanging out.
Wait,
Sweet.
you did a 5 a.m. shift? Like in Five Nights at Freddy's? You did a
What?
Yeah.
shift?
What?
Till 5?